Has been with us since 2013, and I can remember the first time that I met this woman. She was in the back seat of my car. No,
I was there too.
I was Boy, that came out really good. We were driving from training camp in Denver to the Denver airport. She's in the back seat, peppering me with more questions than I had answers. But it was an awful experience, an awesome experience for Trudy, because that time that she spent in the car with Denise and I just propelled her to keep asking questions and keep growing. And she's become one of our stars again in Arizona. Another transplant, leaving California, ending up in Arizona. No, there's a theme going on here. I don't know, I like it. But anyway, Trudy Kaiser is here to talk to us today about showing up and being a team player. So Trudy, come on up, please.
I just want to ask, first of all, who is in a fajita donut churro coma?
Right here.
That would be me. I am in a fajita churro donut coma. That is what I'm doing. Well, I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much, Denise and Chris, for asking me and putting this on. It's been wonderful. They asked me to speak on showing up and plugging in, and I thought, well, that's convenient, because that lesson did cost me a couple of years in this business, and that's what I want to share with you today. Not what I think works, but what actually changed things for me. You see, I've lived in this business in two very, very different ways. I've been unplugged and not showing up, and my production and my attitude showed it. And when I have been fully plugged in and showing up, engaging, becoming a real team player, that's really what helped me get back on track and start to soar for this year. So what I'm sharing today isn't theory, it's experience. The difference wasn't talent, it was really just being plugged in. And my showing up is plugged in, so I'm changing that, Denise.
Good.
You know. So last July, I hit a crossroads. It wasn't a dramatic one. It was kind of a sneaky, quiet one. Kind of snuck up on me. I had two real options. I could either get a job and pull back from 5 rings and dig myself out of the hole that I had put myself in, or I could knuckle down and build this the way that it's designed to be built. In this model, there is no one forcing attendance. No one forced you to be here today, did they?
Nope.
No. No one is chasing your activity at all, and no one is threatening outcomes at all here. Ownership is really the requirement, and that's the gift and the responsibility of this business, especially with 5 rings. When I got honest with myself, I realized that I really wasn't failing. I was just unplugged. And I didn't feel off track, but my production told me I was. You know, I was still in 5 rings, but I really wasn't plugged into the rhythm of this business, and you heard that a lot today. I was inconsistent with trainings and inviting. I was disconnected from momentum and consistency. I was not tracking my activity at all. 12 years in this business. Did not track my activity at all. I was relying on memory instead of measurement. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. And here's the truth. I could tell myself any story I wanted, but the results really told a different one. You can't expect connected results from disconnected behavior. And this is where something really clicked for me. I realized that my goals hadn't gotten smaller. They were still big. But the way I was showing up didn't match the size of what I said I wanted. Big goals require a bigger container. And in this business, that container isn't just skill. It's structure, it's consistency, and it's team. I couldn't say I wanted big results while staying loosely connected. And I couldn't say I wanted growth while I was operating in isolation. I needed to become the kind of person and the kind of teammate who could actually hold what I was asking for. Big dreams collapse in small containers. And that's where being a team player stopped feeling optional for me anymore. So being part of the team and staying plugged in, it wasn't about compliance at all. It was about capacity. This room stretches you just a little bit, right? And the rhythm of this business steadies you. And the team holds you accountable when your motivation fades. So isolation shrunk my capacity, but connection expanded it. And here's the truth about this business, and this is what I love about Fight. We don't have mandatory meetings here, but we do have mandatory outcomes. This model gives you freedom, but freedom doesn't mean drifting along doing nothing. Flexibility without structure turns into inconsistency, and inconsistency always shows up in the numbers. Thank you, Hannah. Here are 4 action steps that got me back in the game. Action step number 1, I made training non-negotiable. The first thing I changed was simple. Training stopped being optional. I made these non-negotiable. Monday morning calls, that kind of helped my attitude a little bit, just a little bit. Thursday night training, because skill pays the bills. I attended Money 101 weekly, whether I had guests or no guests, because I was learning the language verbatim, word for word. I also did Rockstar training on Saturdays, because that helped me build a team. And any other trainings, drill for skill or one-on-one coachings with my mentor that I could find on their calendars. I stopped treating training like something I could catch later, and I started treating it like staying plugged into the rhythm of the business. You see, training doesn't replace activity, it supports it. Action step number 2, I started showing up like a team player. Plugging in isn't just about attendance. It's really how you show up for yourself, for your team, for your clients, and your networking partners. Being a team player looks like being on time, being present, being respectful of the room, adding value, not distraction, and staying engaged for the full training. I doubled down on personal development as well, because how you show up in training is how you show up in your business. Your team doesn't follow your words, they copy your habits. We've heard that a lot here today. And I have some pretty amazing team leaders to follow. Action number 3, I started networking consistently. You see, the next shift was networking, and I had stopped doing that completely. I literally was a homebody. I left my category exclusive networking business group. I left the chambers. I stopped going out. I basically was a homebody. And I eased back in. I plugged myself into an online networking platform, and I committed to meeting people consistently. Not when I felt like it, not when it was convenient, but when it was scheduled on my calendar. I did 2 to 3 events a week, and I met 8 people at each event. And I started this about 4 months ago. Momentum doesn't come from thinking about networking, because I thought about it a lot. It comes from action and conversations. Activity creates opportunity, not the other way around. And action step number 4, the dreaded tracking. This was the biggest game changer for me. I was so used to not doing it. 12 years in this business, that I didn't even give myself credit for the work I was doing, because I had no proof. None whatsoever. I stopped guessing and I started tracking. I started tracking all of the new people I met, every first appointment, because I invited every single one of those people to Money 101. I started tracking second appointments, and Money 101 attendees, and who I was sending the recording to. And also the business that I submitted, which Did what? Make me feel really good about my business again, right? Tracking wasn't about judging myself, because that's what I did a lot. I judged myself. It was about removing the emotion from the equation. How many times have we heard that today? I didn't have to guess why a week went well or why it didn't. I could see it. The numbers don't lie. And once I could see it, I could adjust it. And when I wasn't tracking, I had excuses, a lot of them. And when I started tracking, I had clarity. And I felt good about myself and my business. So what you track, it's improved. Here's what's wild. When I plugged in and started being a team player, nothing really magical happened at all. I didn't suddenly get smarter. I didn't find a secret strategy. I had been told to do these things all along. All along. I simply showed up, I plugged in, I worked the model exactly as they told me to, I stayed connected, I tracked my activity, and my business responded. My momentum came back, my confidence came back, and my income started coming back. Because our model here at 5 Rings does not reward intention. It rewards execution. So here's my challenge to you. Do not leave here today inspired and unchanged. Decide today which trainings are non-negotiable. Decide today how you're going to show up as a team player. And decide today how many people you're going to meet each week. Decide that what you're going to start tracking on Monday or today. Decide today. Because there are no mandatory meetings here at 5 Rings, but there are mandatory outcomes. And the people who win here, they're plugged in. When I stay connected to the team and the process, my business corrected itself. So show up, plug in, track it, and repeat. Thank you.